I'm your host, John Messer. Story comes blowing in at Cat 5 speeds from Florida. This last week, Hurricane Irma pounded the state with Florida with high rains and wind. Floridians feared a follow-up to this ferocious storm in the form of Hurricane Jose, and in preparation have set up some powerful trap cards along the coastline to protect their life points. A local man, when asked what he thought of the rain, responded with, "Well, we needed it." As a Florida resident out of state in Missouri for college, all I can say is, in gaming news, fans of Valve's Half-Life series continue discussing Mark Laidlaw's recent publication of Epistle 3, which supposedly details insider knowledge of what the plot of the yet unreleased Half-Life 3 might have been. Laidlaw, a former employee of Valve, was the chief writer of Half-Life, and many fans fear that his publication means that Valve no longer plans on releasing the long-awaited sequel. This is essentially like if Marvel stopped making movies suddenly for years, and then an ex-screenwriter published a story about the adventures of Iron Guy and Captain United States defeating not Thanos. Already, though, some fans have taken Epistle 3 and constructed mods for Half-Life 2 that add Laidlaw's story to the game, effectively creating a working fan-made Half-Life 3. This is like if Marvel fans took that story about Iron Guy and made a film somehow starring Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans out of it. In movie news, Star Wars Episode 9 director Colin Trevorrow was recently fired from his position on the project. Trevorrow previously had worked on Jurassic World and directed Book of Henry, the latter of which was very, very bad. So some speculate that may have been a contributing factor to why he was let go. According to an anonymous Hollywood insider, Trevorrow was also difficult to work with and had been for a long while. By the time the Book of Henry's box office returns came in short, executives were already looking for an excuse to drop him. Personally, I say good riddance. No idea why they give guys like this a Star Wars. You can't just let any old schmuck walk in and get a Star Wars just because they worked on a Jurassic Park. Ridiculous. You know what I want? Give the job to John Woo. Imagine a John Woo-directed Star Wars. Just imagine. In local news, world-class rapper Snoop Dogg came to Columbia last week. He played to a sold-out show at our own local Blue Note Theater. In preparation for his visit, the establishment was sure to disable smoke detectors and local businesses stocked up on gin and juice. This has been Headlines with your host, John Messer, and as my grandma always used to say, if you wouldn't tell Stalin, don't tell anyone.